Welcome back to Next Top Singer. We are still in the casting round. Please watch episode 1 for an introduction. Auditions may still be open, so please check the description for updated information. To make it in, you have to get a yes signal from at least 2 of the judges. 2 no signals means you are out. If you make it in, please read the description for instructions, and don't forget to confirm your role.
I'm falling down into my shadows, failing to control my breath as I embrace the deadly night. If you are scared, never show it in your eyes near those pumpkin carriages, 'cause all the witches see you right through your lies. Be here in your dreams, yeah, baby, and I'll be there if it's a nightmare. Fairy blue for you, I'd steal the stars and lay them at our feet so we could own the night. Black paper moon.
Oh no. Petri, come on.
Okay. So for me, Micah, it was a very weird melody, so I looked it up. And the melody is completely different in the original. I'm not a fan of anime, but this is a really beautiful song. Unfortunately, it was too hard for you to sing a cappella. You should have picked another song or practiced this more to really nail those semi-notes and sing on key. Based on the pitch, this would be a clear no for me. However, I really appreciate the dynamics in this. You are more dynamic than a lot of the auditions actually, and you are singing out properly, and you have an awesome mic. So all in all, you were good enough for me to have potential in round 2. So maybe it will be easier for you when you have an instrumental.
I'll be honest, I did not get that same vibe that you were getting. I felt like the song was very samey throughout, and I didn't feel any emotion. I felt like each note was being forced out. Overall, for me, as a performer, this felt more of a singing in the shower kind of song, as opposed to a proper performance. That's what I've got.
Yeah, this song felt very karaoke-esque to me. I appreciate the confidence and the love that you obviously have for this piece, but it was very pitchy, and unfortunately, this is one of my favorite songs. So I could not, in full confidence, pass this off. I think you have exceptional phrasing and a great mic and the ability to do better when singing with an instrumental, but unfortunately that is not how the auditions were.
Yeah, I think if you were more on pitch, then this would be a more clear yes for me, and it was a 5, so I'm not going to argue about it further.
She was only 17 when producer man came offering that our dreams would come true. He said, come here, sweetie, I can make you a star. I just want to see you flourish, and I know you'll make it far. What you couldn't see was he was in it for the money. Oh, I am your only chance, and you know you want it bad. I'll make you a deal you can't refuse, a deal you'll never lose. So I am your only chance, and you know you want it bad. I'll make you a deal you can't refuse, do you never lose? Just sign on the line, 'cause you're running out of time. Those who have a chance will trust in producer man.
No, I have to comment about this one for a specific reason. So Actrix, I would say you have a unique voice, but you sound exactly like Natasha from 2021.
You're always a mysterious one with dark eyes and careless hair. You were passionately sensitive, but too cool to care.
because it's this Lana Del Rey type of voice. I'm still excited about this because it stood out to me. I like the snapping and clapping. It gave an extra flair to the audition, but you have minor pitch issues in this, especially on the runs. And make sure to show dynamics and versatility, because Natasha struggled with that and you are pretty much her doppelganger, so I can give you the same advice.
That's a good point you bring up by Actrix being Natasha's doppelganger. I never put 2 and 2 together, but I think that's quite true.
Yeah.
But Actress, I normally dislike this particular dance monkey style of singing, but I actually was really impressed by how much I liked it on you. The runs were beautiful and fluid, and that is actually what put this more into the yes range for me.
Yeah, not too much to add to that, but I think your voice is beautiful. I think you had very good control over your vocals. Some of the runs were slightly shaky, but not enough for me to really worry about it. And I feel like you showed off the softer side of your voice really well. So, I want to see more in the coming rounds and see what else you can bring to the table.
Hi, I'm Kayla, and I'll be singing O mio Babino Carro, which is an opera piece. O mio Babino Carro, mi piace bello, bello, fondare porta rossa, a campiare l'anello. Thanks for watching.
Let's try to be a little bit quicker here. Ooh, oh my god. Yeah.
Petri, be quicker.
Yeah, we were. Okay. Okay, note taken. Okay, Kayla, the highest note was actually very pretty to me, but most of the audition was off key. You are fluctuating on the pitch a lot, there's no stability there. And towards the end, I hear some strain in your voice. You said you had a traumatic vocal injury, and that's very unfortunate. So you should look into training to see if you can work around that somehow. That's not something we can provide here. I know that Andrea, who was a past judge on this show, who was a past musical theater actress, had a blood clots and an autoimmune disease that ruined her vocals, but she's now training to regain some of that ability. And she has regained some ability, if I'm not mistaken, so there is hope. My heart goes out to you, but I have to score the audition.
Yeah, same thing for me. I do feel a similar way, and unfortunately we do have to judge the auditions as they are, without any sort of consideration for circumstances. I feel like the pitch was okay, there was a lack of expression. With this being a more operatic song, I feel like there should have been vibrato where there wasn't, and there was a genuine lack of dynamics in the song. I think it was very much a case of song choice, choosing a better song for your voice, and a little more practice, healing, strengthening, and I think you could stand a good chance next time.
So my score is only the way it is out of concern. I am very impressed with your range, and I think you have a beautiful and sweet voice. There's no breast support on this, however, and you cannot sing opera without that, especially after a traumatic vocal injury. Do not start off with opera without the proper training. That is something that you'll need to look into if you want to continue singing in this style, or else you will hurt your voice more.
Yes, I'll be a woman. Yes, I'll be your baby. Yes, I'll be your wife when you tell me when you let it. Yes, I'll be your girl forever you let it. You won't forget to worry. I'm there for you, baby. Oh, let's believe that. When you need that, I'll provide that. You will always have it. I'll be on deck. Keep it in check. When you need that, I'm gonna let you have it.
Mistonsa, I actually could not even begin to judge this or put a score on it, because out of all the places in the song you could have chosen to sing, you chose not singing at all. This was the rap section of the song, and therefore I really couldn't give any feedback. And if you do want feedback on singing, I recommend going to the mentors or even sliding into my DMs, because I could give some honest feedback there, but I was truly at a loss for words.
Yeah, I mean, to me, Nicki Minaj is always a red flag because this is a singing competition and not a rapping competition. There was almost zero singing in this. You have a cute accent, but you need to work on your enunciation, and it was also a very short audition, only 20 seconds. But the main issue is that I don't really score rapping, so I'm gonna have to give this a 1.
I think I was maybe a little generous with my points here. Maybe a couple of sympathy points here. But yeah, I echo the same thing. It was a poor song choice. The voice itself is very immature, and I just think it needs a lot more time and practice and finding the right song for your voice.
Yeah. Where do the points come from? Or you said sympathy vote.
My heart. They come from my heart because I care.
Okay.
This was the one I asked if I could give a 0.
Yeah, I knew it. We have the same mind.
Hi, my name is Claudia and I will be singing Home. I miss you when I least expected. I miss the way you feel on my lips. And I don't know when I'll see you again. I miss you when I least expected. So when are you coming home? Oh, when are you coming home? Home.
So Vixy Grave, you have one of the best soft female voices in this competition as of now. I really felt the emotion in this. Vocal fry is a great tool because you really want to show that vulnerability because it makes you sound broken, and that's great for emotion. Your vibrato is warm and pulsating, you have good control, and soft singing can be difficult for some people, so you did a great job with that actually. But you do need dynamics, and I wonder if you have power in your voice. Without dynamics, you can't get higher than an 8 from me, so you're pretty much getting the max score possible for this type of audition.
Vixy, I just have to say you have such a pretty voice. The vibrato and the slight rasp vocal fry, it is killing me. I was getting kind of like Fen Lily vibes from this, and she's one of my favorite artists, so I was very happy. You have such good control over your voice, very impressive. I echo Petri in saying that I worry that you won't necessarily have anything else to give us. That sounds let me reword that. Sorry. I worry that this might be your kind of niche, and I don't know how much more you'll be able to expand on this, but I'm hoping that you'll prove us wrong in the next rounds and show some more power and other things that we haven't seen yet.
Vixy, even though you weren't my top score, I do think that your audition was a personal favorite of mine because your vibrato was amazing and your emotion was out of this world. If everybody could be as emotional as you, I would have no comments to give anyone. But the only thing that I see as a drawback and something that will limit you as you further progress in this competition is your limited dynamics. Like the others iterated, I want to see more power from you. So if you give us something completely different, I'm pretty sure that we would love to be blown out of the water.
Hello, I'm Tristan Brunner, 17. Today I'm going to be performing That's Life by Frank Sinatra, or at least a little bit of it. Into a minute here, I guess. So, yep. That's life. That's what all the people say. Riding high in April, you're shut down in May. But I know I'm gonna change my tune when I'm back on top in June. I've been a puppet, a pauper, a pirate, a poet, a pawn and a king. I've been up and down and over and out. But I know one thing, each time I find myself laying flat on my face, I just pick myself up to get back in the race. Woo. Thank you.
Okay, so Tristan, you have a very smooth and round tone. It was very pleasant. You are lacking some dynamics and range in this though, and you do have some pitch issues. And you need to work on singing out more. The soft singing is nice, but that can only take you so far. But I still say well done, and I love the vibrato.
Tristan, I ended up really liking your voice. However, I do not like the song that you chose to sing. It didn't really showcase much for you. And the higher you went, it sounded like you were losing your breath, sort of there at the end. So breath control is something that you'll have to look out for, even though your sustain for most of the piece was very spot on. There is no emotion in this performance, which is going to be a big drawback as you progress from me, but good job, and I hope to see more from you.
Okay, fair enough.
So...
Oh, sorry, we weren't done. Go.
We were not done.
No.
Tristan, so for me, initially, my immediate thought was, okay, another jazz singer, another jazz song. I feel like you fit that bill perfectly, and it was a good audition. You have the warm tone, you have the expression, you have the vibrato, you were a little shaky on some of the runs, and you were pitchy on the high note at the end. I think overall you have a great voice. I just would like to see you separate yourself from the other jazz singers that we have listened to so far. If you can find a way to separate yourself in the next round, then I think you stand a good chance.
Okay, and now we're done.
Now it's done.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a world away. I can hear the song like it's inside of me, I know. And if I get to know my pain, I unlock 100 different doors to better days. And though I'll take hit after hit, I realize the higher reason is accepting challenges as gifts. And through the fight, I never really knew that I would find myself. That's why I give my thanks to you. It doesn't have to be a world away. I can feel the sun like it's inside of me, I know.
I knew you were going to want to talk about this one.
Yeah. So Heathen, this was one of the highest quality auditions for me, both in regards to performance and audio. I think you are a professional or semi-pro at least. You have a very solid rock voice with a cool raspiness. I am a big fan of Richard Marx, and you kind of reminded me of him actually. I like that you showed chest and falsetto voice, but I do wonder about your versatility because the falsetto was still raspy. So I wonder if you can do true softness and smoothness. And you also need more dynamics. But for this genre, it was really great.
Heathen, I'll be honest, I was so in shock with your audition. I did not expect those high notes, and I felt like they just kept going and going and going, and I was like, when is this going to end? You have a lovely rasp to your voice. It was giving me kind of like Linkin Park almost. I don't know the song, so I hope it wasn't a Linkin Park song, because then I'll be making myself look very silly. But overall, very impressed. Control needs a little bit of work, but there is so much potential here, so I look forward to seeing you next round.
Yeah, no, the artist was Tonight Alive, or band. I think that's
okay,
a band.
Thank God. I was going to say, imagine you sound like Linkin Park on a Linkin Park song.
Yeah, Heathen, I felt like this audition was dripping with potential. The rasp was very nice. Not a lot of people can do a rasp and make it sound so smooth and effortless, I feel like. And the pitch was pretty there. You were lacking on dynamics, and even though I was impressed by your falsetto, it felt like you were reaching for your highest notes and it sort of gave out. And here's a caution, warning, sing like that for too long and you'll lose your voice, and we're all about vocal health here, so don't do that.
Yeah, I unfortunately lost most of my falsetto range due to bad karaoke singing. I'm really sad about that. Yeah.
I used to be able to whistle, not anymore.
Oh, wow. How recent was that? Because I think you did that last season, or at least borderline.
I can borderline whistle, but true whistling I lost probably 3 or 4 years ago, unfortunately.
Oh no, that's so sad.
All of these lines cross my face.
tell you the story of who I am. So many stories of where I've been and how I got to where I am. But these stories don't mean anything when you've got no one to tell them to. It's true, I was made for you. I climbed across the mountain tops, swam across the ocean blue. I crossed all the lines and I broke all the rules, but baby, I broke them all for you.
Melody, I feel like your tone was nice, but the microphone was distorting quite unpleasantly. The voice was whiny in places for me, and almost the entire audition was in head voice, which I feel this is one of my favorite songs, which is why I scored so low. It just did not give what I was expecting from the song. It's emotional, it's provocative, it's powerful, and I just felt like you didn't give that for me. I also heard that you lost the key partway through, which also contributed to my score. I think song choice was most of this for me, but it just wasn't it for me, unfortunately.
This was quite a song to take on. I felt that you didn't quite meet the challenge, but I did hear a clear and healthy tone, and I feel like you have the potential and the ability to make other, more easier pieces sound amazing. I will say though, steer clear from making your songs just sound pretty. I will be looking for grit and more emotion from you as we progress.
Yeah, so for me, Melody Garcia. Once again, it was a very weird melody, so I looked up the original song, and you changed key many times throughout this song, so it was clearly too hard for you to sing a cappella, so you should have changed your song or practiced it more. This is a very beautiful song that needs dynamic and emotion. You had some emotion, but without the dynamics, it's not going to be a heavy hitter. And you also need to pick a better part of the song. You don't have to start from the beginning when auditioning, but you are still worth a second chance only because I think you have a beautiful tone.
I don't know who we'll become. I can't promise, it's not written in the stars. But I believe that when it's done, we're gonna see that it was better, that we grew up together. Tell me you don't wanna leave, 'cause if change is what you need, you can change right next to me. When you're high, I'll take the lows. You can ebb and I can flow. We'll take it slow and grow as we go. Grow as we go. Grow as we go. Grow as we go.
Ooh, definitely commenting on this.
Yep.
Yep.
Wow. Okay, do you want to begin, Emma?
Sure. Hi, Trinity. I feel like a big thing for me with this audition was the harmony. The harmony really threw me off. I think your voice overall is very nice and smooth, but there is a clear lack of control. I felt the vocal was shaky in several places, and I felt like towards the end you lost the key entirely. I think you have a lot of potential, but for me, it would mean more practice and making sure that your voice is well supported for next time.
Interesting. Because I said, welcome back, Trinity. I like the audio production on this one. I think you have beautiful harmonies actually, but they were kinda low, so maybe that's why I didn't pick out as much issues like Emma did, because Emma and Aria are the harmony queens here, so I am going to listen to them more when it comes to harmonies at least. But I think you have improved since about harmonies, because I don't think that was a strong point for you in previous seasons. But the last run was quite pitchy, so you should have redone that or made that part your own. And there was also no dynamics and range mentioned this. It was all the same level. I'm not super excited about this, but I'm sure we will hear improvement from you, as we always do, every time you come on here.
Okay. Hi, Trinity. Welcome back. Nice to see you here after a while. This is probably going to be one of my favorite pieces we've ever gotten from you because I really like this delicate sound. You're known for your power, and that power sort of getting away from you. I felt like this was more controlled, but you also tend to go flat in a lot of areas. I actually really liked the harmonies, so that's gonna be some sort of contingents between me and Emma, I guess.
Ooh. The Harmony
Give me
Queens.
1 second.
The Harmony Queens are having a war right now.
Let me have a really quick re-listen to this.
1 hour later.
Yeah, I felt like there was pitchiness in the harmony, and I felt like the harmony didn't feel like it was where it's supposed to be. It's one of those things where I feel like harmonies can, at least like in theory, work, but in the context of the song, I just personally didn't think that this harmony worked. It felt like just a straight third, and I feel like there was more that could have been done with it. For me, it was a bit jarring in places, honestly.
Oh. I wonder if it's because her harmonies have been really horrible in the past that I'm just seeing the improvement this time. I don't know.
No, it's not that. It's that they're not perfect trichord harmonies. I don't know what the term for it is, but they're harmonies that aren't, you wouldn't normally
harmonize that way.
Yeah, you wouldn't normally harmonize in that way.
Are you talking like dissonant harmonies?
Not exactly dissonant harmonies, no. I really wish I knew the terminology for it, but they're my favorite type of harmonies, in which they're not a perfect chord progression.
Yeah, I think maybe with the context of the instrumental being there as well, I think maybe it would sound easier on my ears. I'm all one for like having creative harmonies and everything, you know, going outside of the realm of just like the thirds, the fifths, etc. But yeah, I just don't know. In the a cappella setting, having the one harmony and it being delivered in the way that it was just didn't sound right to me personally.
Oh yeah, so open up your mind and see like me. Open up your plans and yeah, you're free. I look into your heart and you find the sky is all yours. So please don't, please don't, please don't. There's no need to complicate, 'cause our time is short. This is our fate. I'm yours. So I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours. There's no need to complicate. Our time is short. This is our fate. I'm yours.
Ooh.
So high.
Yeah, I think I gotta go then. So James, I think you have a bright and vibrant voice. There were some off-key runs and in general as well, but I think you are a diamond in the rough. I hear your ability to be dynamic because you gave us a glimpse of that, but this song choice didn't allow you to show that much dynamics in the first place. One important thing to remember is that the most popular hits doesn't necessarily mean good competition songs. You should work with mentors to figure that part out. But I'm glad to have you on.
I felt that this entry was pretty breathy. I did appreciate the energy a lot, but it was kind of pitchy in places, and I think you would benefit from having a song sung at a lower pitch for your voice in particular.
Yeah, so from me, I feel like you have a very smooth and pleasant tone. Control of your vocal is overall pretty good. I felt like you were going flat in some places, and for me, the clapping and the tapping took away from your voice. I don't think the song choice was ideal, but I think that this was a good enough audition to put you through, and I'm hoping you can bring some more variety to the table in the next round.
Yeah, since you are advising him to go lower, then we're not going to hear that bright and vibrant voice anymore.
You can still be bright and vibrant even if you are lower.
Can you though? Because brightness usually means lighter as well. Or I mean higher.
Well, it all depends on the type of voice. Like, my voice is like typically very high pitched, right? For like a female voice. And even if I do go lower, it won't sound sultry. It'll still sound bright.
Okay, fair enough. By the way, higher voice in Swedish is lighter voice if you translate it literally. So that's why.
Oh, interesting.
Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more auditions in the next episode. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.